It seems like today we've got more ways to connect than any other generation in history. Yet somehow we've managed to raise the loneliest, most isolated men that I've ever seen in my life. And I'm talking about guys my age too, 45, 50, 60 years old. Guys who haven't had a real meaningful conversation with another man in, hell, decades. It just seems like everything is so shallow, man, surface level now. Sports and weather and work. It just seems like we've forgotten how to be real with each other. And being real, unfortunately, it means showing actual feelings. And we know how that goes. We've all been trained to avoid those at all costs. I mean, sure, we'll sit and scroll for 30 minutes through a stranger's vacation photos on social media, but we can't sit for 5 minutes of real silence with somebody that we've known for 20 years. Now, a buddy of mine, he recently told me that he's been feeling isolated lately. Says he's got a ton of friends online, but he doesn't really feel close to anybody. My reply, that's because 5,000 people know your favorite TV show, but none of those know what's keeping you up at night, what's bugging you. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, people, we've confused being connected with being known. And real friendship isn't about knowing what somebody had for breakfast or their favorite color or, hell, even their favorite band. It's about being there, hell, when you don't want to. It's about calling out a friend when he's fucking up or he's making bad choices. And it's about being able to sit in that silence with this person without it feeling weird. And I keep going back, I know, but I think back to my pop's generation. And they had drinking buddies and work friends and neighbors. Different friendships for different aspects of their life, so to speak. But the one thing about it is they were all real friendships and connections. Because these guys all knew each other's families and wives, kids, everything. And they were there for each other. If any of them ever needed help, they would show up for them. They were there. And another thing that they had that we don't do anymore, they'd have those hard conversations, man. And they'd have those conversations about actual problems that were affecting them and the community and everybody in the community. But now, because you got cats out here now, man, today with thousands of followers. And not one person they could call if the shit hit the fan tomorrow. And those masks, I hate them. Those personas that we all wear every day, they make things so much worse, man. Because everybody's so terrified of looking weak or appearing vulnerable. We turn each and every connection, I don't call them friendships, I call them connections. We turn each one of them into a stage performance, sort of like social media is. Oh, speaking of, and social media makes that so easy, man. Because all we do is get on there and share the very best parts of our lives, the wins, the photo shoot moments, and everything else, we hide that. We don't show that. And I know I can't speak too badly of it. I've done it too. But again, it's no effort, no risk, and no real obligation to just being connected to somebody. But here's the reality of that, people. Real friendships, they live in those hard parts, the parts that we purposely avoid. They're about being there and showing up for someone, even when that person's whole world might be crumbling around them. And they're about being honest with that person too. Even when that honest opinion or truth that you might share with them, it is the last thing that they may want to hear. But know this, a true friend will tell you what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. Those are two very different things. And then we've gone and sanitized and hollowed out real friendships until there's nothing left of them but this, I don't know, this paper thin version of friendship, this shallow surface level friendship. Again, I call them connections. I don't call them friendships because to me, that's not what they are. And the worst part about this all is it's killing men because we don't talk to each other anymore. We don't have that brotherhood. We don't have that male to male bonding connection that is so vital to us, to our mental health, our well-being, our very spirit. And men, we're already bad about talking about our feelings, man, because as men, we were taught to keep all that kind of stuff bottled up inside, to handle it, just man up. Real men don't show emotion. How many times have I heard that throughout my life? Real men don't cry. That's another one. And so when we have all these fake digital connections, not real friendships, who do we turn to when we're really struggling? And where do we go and who do we go to when we got 20 years or more of unspoken, bottled up, unresolved feelings and no one to share them with? You can't truly believe that kind of emotion being bottled up doesn't find its way to the surface in many other ways. Your sleep, your health, your relationships, your family relationships, your work, everything. I don't know. And when was the last time that you called somebody just to talk like we used to? I know it's been a while for me because nowadays when you do call somebody and they answer the phone, they answer the phone like they're so surprised that you called. Like you're interrupting them in the middle of a funeral. Is everything okay? But what are you calling for? Why didn't you just text me? I don't know. I guess I just miss how things once were. Because I can remember when we used to wave at our neighbors, man. Actually talk to them, interact. Nowadays, man, we stay indoors and peek through the damn blinds like they're burglars or intruders or something, I don't know. We even have gotten to the point where we'll text somebody who's in the same house as us. And I know I'm guilty of that too, because it's easier. Me and my wife I'll be upstairs working, she'll be downstairs, and we'll just be texting. It's easier, man, but it's definitely not better. And I've been in restaurants with my wife too, man. And I've watched people, couples come in together and sit down and start chowing down, eating dinner. Problem is they're both looking down at their phone and not a single word is being spoken between a prime time for that face-to-face interpersonal connection, and they're wasting it. And the reality is, people, we're all starving for that face-to-face connection. But the problem is we've all forgotten how to eat. I don't know. Used to be, man, you could sit on a porch with someone and say absolutely nothing to them. Didn't have to speak a word. And that time spent together, oh, that meant everything, man. Not nowadays. Nowadays, if there's no emoji or a typing bubble showing up, people think you're pissed off at them, you're avoiding them, or you're mad at them. Make it make sense. But the good part of all this is loneliness, it's not permanent. And if you want to change it, you can. You just need to put a few steps in action, man. But some of them are going to feel uncomfortable because that means you're going to have to actually start talking to people again, not texting, talking. And it's going to feel awkward at first because anything you haven't done for a while, it takes a while to get accustomed to it again. And it also means reaching out. That might mean talking on the phone, that little square box that we all scroll. It's actually a telephone. And it also means trusting, letting people in, a little bit at a time, because that's how real trust is built. It's not, or it shouldn't be just given. You should make someone earn it. And the fix to this, man, isn't about trying to find the perfect friends. I don't know if they truly exist. It's about building real connections, man, with the people that you've already got around you. And for the life of almost cussed, stop chasing those instant deep relationships that they don't exist. they don't last. Let's just say that. Start with those small, real moments and with the people around you. Eye contact. Remember eye contact, looking somebody in the eye. We don't do that anymore either. Or a genuine, heartfelt, hey, how was your day? And then stopping to actually listen to what they say. Or just picking up the phone, and calling somebody, man, just because they crossed your mind. Not because you need anything, not because you want anything, but just because you thought of them. I think we've all went and forgotten, man, that real friendships don't happen overnight. They take time to build up, and they're work. They're not always easy. And they take having those touchy, uncomfortable conversations that sometimes we're not going to want to have or we're not going to want to hear because we might be on the receiving end. And they take us being there for one another and showing up for somebody. I was always taught, be the kind of friend that you would want to have, And it takes caring about another person's problems that you maybe can't fix or help them with. And yeah, I know it's scary and a bit daunting and it's going to be hard. And no, too. So you go into this with your eyes wide open. You're going to get let down some. But see, that's where true friendships live. It's in the dirt. It's in the honesty. It's in the showing up and being there for one another. It's like we've never had more ways to talk, yet we've never been more silent. And people, that's not living. That's just existing. We're all around each other all the time, but we don't connect. We're like, you can be in a room with 1,000 people and still feel invisible because nobody truly sees you or knows you. And we've made it so hard for people to actually get to know us because a lot of times we don't actually show up. Our representative does. And people, I don't know, we all deserve so much better than this. And our kids deserve to see what real friendships and real connections look like. And that's up to us. I mean, it's up to guys like us, the ones who still remember what those connections look like. I don't know. I want better for everybody. I want us all to get back to where we actually talk to each other again, where that's not uncommon. Nowadays, picking up the phone has become so uncommon, and I just don't know when that happened. I think social media, but I can't put my finger on it. I can remember being a kid, and this is before they had 2 lines on the phone. They had one line, and me waiting on my sister to get off the phone, talking to some knucklehead guy so I could get on the phone and talk to some bimbo chick. But my point being, we were talking, we were making real connections. That ain't done now because you don't really know who you're talking with or dealing with because that person's persona shows up, not the real person. But at any rate, if you have any comments or thoughts or ideas you want to share, drop them down in the comments below. Let's talk about them. And again, as I always say, take care of yourself and each other. Be kind to each other out there. That the world needs a little more civility right now, a little more respect. But at any rate, take care. I'll see you guys in the next one.